What's up, guys? It's me, Hwoarang, and we are back again with another video. And I want to keep this. I want to start talking about. I want to get to the meat and potatoes of this video as fast as possible because we have a lot to talk about. I'm quite sad. You know, I should be wearing funeral attire right now. I should be in all black because we are here to mourn the death of Hwoarang. Obviously, I'm exaggerating a tiny little bit, but yes, if you guys aren't aware, Hwoarang recently got nerfed. And also, if you're new here, hi, my name is Hwoarang. I'm a Tekken professional. Competitor, content creator, and commentator. I do it all. I've been there, and I have certainly done that. And I'm a Hwoarang main. I've been a Hwoarang main since I've started playing Tekken, since Tekken first. You know, since I played Tekken 3. You know, I was playing Hwoarang. I've been very loyal to the boy. But in most recent patch notes, he ended up getting nerfs. They nerfed Hwoarang. And I just want to talk about it. You know, I kind of want to discuss it. I kind of don't, because like, here's the thing about discussing these types of things is. In fact, you know what I'll do? I'll show you guys. So you guys are aware of what I'm talking about. I'm going to show you guys a clip from my stream. So this clip I'm about to show you, this is before the patch had gone live. The patch notes were out, but this is before. So in case you are unaware, the changes made to Hwoarang. First and foremost, what really annoyed me, if you look at the language they use for Hwoarang, this is what has annoyed me, because I'm sitting here thinking, you know, characters like Alyssa, Nina, Feng, you know, Dragunov didn't really get serious nerfs. They kind of really escaped serious nerfs. Characters like Yoshi got buffed. Kazuya got buffed. Pool got buffed and might be broken now. King got buffed. One of the potential top 5 characters in this game got buffed. And they go on to say here in the patch notes, considering the overall game balance, Hwoarang's character performance is not excessively high. So they've literally said in the patch notes, they've literally stated here, Hwoarang's character performance is not excessively high. He is not overperforming. He is not doing anything insane, but we're still going to nerf him regardless. So in case you guys aren't aware, the nerf that was made to Hwoarang is his down. The two things are his down 3-4. Now every character can launch it if they duck the first hit, and there's less risk of getting, you know, count hit by something. You know, but before, so in case you guys aren't aware, the situation before, and if you block the down 3-4, you had 14 frames to get a clean punish, and 15 frames would trade. So a lot of some character specific options. If you watch for like me play against Jod would do like a wipe the floor, he get a count hit. So characters had character specific options, right? But anyway, in my stream, when was this? So this was it says 1 day ago, but this was 2 days ago. So the patch notes were live, but the patch wasn't out yet. So this is before the patch. This is before, you know, the patch had taken effect. I had someone in my chat on the YouTube side that was just being very abrasive and confrontational, and they're like, he needs this is deserved because, you know, 99% of the player base couldn't deal with this, etc, right? So I went on to show him and say, so here's the thing, because characters, there are a lot of specific options that characters had to deal with down 3-4. You know, they could get a decent punish. Some characters could launch. Some characters could do like a slide if you played a slide character, etc, etc. So you know, characters get count hits. You know, Jun could do a dick jab and get a lot of damage. Asuka can do full crouch down for 2 into while standing 1. Azucena could do while standing 2 or while standing 1. Brian could do while standing 3. So essentially, I'm running through all the characters' options, right? That they had, because again, my problem is a lot of the people that complained and were like, this needs to be nerfed, didn't bother to learn their options in the first place. They were just like, this should be easier because I don't want to learn, which was, you know, what a lot of people basically said. I'm not saying it was easy to do. I never said it's been easy to deal with Hwoarang. He's a very difficult character to deal with. However, you know, a lot of people will spend that time complaining instead of learning. And this person in my chat was certainly one of them. Or full crash down for 2-1. Claudio could actually hop kick. That I don't know if that works in this game, but he could actually do that. So I just said Claudio could actually hop kick. In Tekken 7, Claudio could actually do hop kick, and it would actually crush the flappy kicks, because that was the worry of trying to punish down 3-4 too late. If you did your punish too late, the flappy kicks was going to counter hit launch you, but Claudio's hop kick could actually crush it, right? So that's what I want to focus on here. So I mentioned that. I'm going to switch to this scene because it might be a bit easier to read. So anyway, and then so I mentioned Claudio can hop kick, and I went through every single character's options, and again, it was just off the top of my head, you know, because again, I played this character at a high level for a long time, played against a lot of people who knew how to punish me very hard for my mistakes. And then this guy went to say, after you said Claudio hop kick, I knew you were just making shit up. And people like, you can't accept reality and blah blah blah, right? So he said I was making shit up. You know that Claudio can just hop kick, right? So And I said it worked in Tekken 7. I don't know if it worked in this game in Tekken 8. But in Tekken 7, Claudio could hop kick. So here, I went to practice mode. I literally, because again, I literally set up. I was like, okay, let's see if Claudio hop kick works in this game.
It trades because it's 15.
Or that, and you could literally see there the hop kick worked.
Happens. So yeah, so hop kick trades because it's 15.
I set up to do down 3-4 flappy kicks, hop kick 1.
You saw that, right?
You know, Claudio could get a full launch punish in this game. He could get a full launch punish. Not even just in Tekken 7, in this game, he get a full launch punish. You know, so crazy. Okay. Even when I literally showed this, I literally showed it happen, and then he said do it again. You know, because for some reason, I don't know, he couldn't accept the reality seen in front of him, right? So this is why I'm skeptical to have discussions when it comes to like balance, and I guess Hwoarang in particular, because you know, a lot of people that do not know what they're talking about try and tell me that I am wrong, and even when I prove them wrong, it isn't enough. So that's why I am very skeptical having these discussions from time to time, but I do want to talk about Hwoarang. Because I'm just confused as to why he's been nerfed now of all time. Really? Because the thing with Hwoarang is he is the way he has been since I've been playing the game, since Tekken 7, right? I can only speak on Tekken 7 and beyond. He has been this way. The down 3-4 change is something I've never, like I've said, you know, characters had options to deal with down 3-4. We just saw there Claudio could hop kick. I know Lily's while setting 2 went clean under the flappy kick, so he didn't even have to worry about that. Characters had options to punish down 3-4 clean. Some characters like Jack, for example, didn't have like Jack. I think just would get a while setting 4. That's pretty much it. Or he could do while setting 2-1, but that's not that great. You know, but some characters, I think Devil Jin, like in Tekken 7, was while setting 1-4. Zafina could get a clean launch and not have to worry about the flappy kicks. Eddie could get a clean launch and not have to worry about the flappy kicks, and so on and so forth, right? You know, characters had options to punish it. And for example, if you ever seen me play against Jod, he'll block the down 3, do wipe the floor immediately. There's nothing I can do. You know, I get count here if I push a button, and if not, knocked down into full up into Oki. You know, right? So I think what has been annoying about this discussion is how many people I've seen be like, this is so good, it's finally time, because I couldn't do anything. And it's like, I've been saying this for like the longest time. When it comes to this game, when it comes to Hwoarang, is at the end of the day, all I can do is teach you how to deal with things. I can't make things easier for you. And even when I told people you have this option, they would refuse to. I remember there was someone in my comment section a while ago that was like, I told them about like Nina's wipe the floor, and he was like, no, it doesn't work, no. I remember he came back like the next day in my comment section, he's like, I have to apologize because you were right, you know, like it does work, you know. And it's like, that was what I was always saying, but I never said it was easy. I never said, you know, I never speculated how things should be. I was just like, listen, this is the way things are. Your character might have an option to deal with it, and a lot of characters have very good options to deal with it, but people just didn't want to learn, you know. Like, this is what worries me about some of the character changes we've seen, because if we just go off topic for Hwoarang for a second, I might have mentioned this yesterday in King's video, in the general balance video, but they've given King an easy wave dash now, and this is something I'm not a huge fan of at all. Because King's wave dash used to be something like really hard to do. If you saw someone do King's wave dash, you were like, yeah, you know, that guy's legit. Now it's just like standardized, it's regular, and it's just you know, like anyone can do that now, and it takes the excitement out of seeing it, really. And again, with the pressure he can do, the pressure he can apply from his wave dash as well makes him that much scarier of a character, you know. So again, I don't know why top 5 King is getting buffed. So I guess just to demonstrate here what's happened for you right now, it is now incredibly easy, you know, to do a launch punish for down 3-4. I think it's -16 now, because I know even Steve could launch, right? Like, I believe it's -16 now because even Steve can launch. Like, again, I personally, I don't think I would have mind making the punish easier if it stayed at -14, you know? Because then you do your 14 frame punish, no problem, and you don't really have to worry about any kind of follow-up. That's fine, because again, that's how down 3-4 was. It was technically -15 because 15 frames would trade, but it was -14. You had a clean 14 frame punish. I would have been like, okay, that it's annoying, it's easier now, but I think -16, the fact that even Steve is launching down 3-4 now, that feels very harsh. And then the other major nerf that happened to Hwoarang is his down forward 3-4 power crush. So the second it is now -14 and leaves you close up. Before the second hit was only -12, and it wasn't a power crush, so you couldn't throw punish it. Now -14, you can throw punish, and you get a 14 frame. That's not 14 frames. That's getting hit. That's not 14 frames. You could do a 14 frame punish finally. Maybe you can't, because I just proved that it's quite hard, I guess. But yeah, now in terms of this nerf, I think it's fair, I guess. I think the fact that this power crush was -12, hit confirmable, you couldn't throw punish it, I think that was very strong. I think it was very strong. I said it was the best mid power crush in the game besides Nina's, so I do understand tweaking it. I would have liked if they only did the throw punish side, not -14, but again, it's basically how it was in Tekken 7. I use this power crush pretty well in Tekken 7 anyway, so it's like, okay, we just got to lock in and go back to how we were playing in Tekken 7, really and truly. Yeah, I guess like for me, the main discussion point of this video is I just wonder why they, like, Hwoarang was focused for nerfs, really and truly. Like they even said, his performance is not excessively high. There are top 5 characters in this game that are getting buffed, and Hwoarang, who I would say was like around top 15 to 20, really and truly, he wasn't a top 10 character. That's not because he's weak, but that was because the other characters that were in the top 10 were so strong. Like your top 5 and top 10, he wasn't contending with them, but he was still a good character. So around the top 15, top 20. I'm confused as to why he was a target for nerfs. And King got like a slew of buffs. Nina barely got touched. Alyssa barely got touched. Feng gets a slap on the wrist. Dragunov gets a, you know what I mean? Like this is what's perplexing me. Like, did they really need to go in on Hwoarang this much compared to some of the other characters? Really and truly, right? Like, and here's the thing, when it comes to down 3-4 change, like this is something that I was getting punished for at the highest level anyway. I play against, there are some players I play against, like of course I mentioned Jod a few times because again, he's someone who comes to mind, who punishes down 3-4 very well. So many times like I was getting punished quite heavy for this, so it's like, okay, I knew to be careful with it in the first place, right? And I think one thing that I find is funny is a lot of the people I have seen that have been celebrating this, I know for a fact you guys are not going to be punishing it anyway. I know you guys will be struggling. So it's like, I don't know. I'm just not a fan of like the, obviously again, like you have to understand I'm obviously biased in this discussion. I'm a Hwoarang main. He is my main character. I have a major tournament coming up this weekend. So obviously like now isn't the ideal time for nerfs, really and truly. But I'm just confused at some of the character choices that they've made in terms of buffs and nerfs. Again, top 5 King has been buffed. Potentially top 20 Hwoarang has been nerfed. And I'm just not sure why that decision has been made, really and truly. Because again, this is the way down 3-4 has been for as long as I played the game, at least, right? Well, actually tell, like season 1 of Tekken 7, down 3-4 had a lot of pushback on hit, so you couldn't really establish a mix-up. And season 2 they changed that, but the punish was pretty much the same thing. I just think for a low that already had like a lot of counterplay and like ways you could deal with it, that is, I don't know. I'm definitely a bit torn. That hitting there didn't help my point. Like, yeah, I just think I don't know. I think for a low where there were options you could move to stop the mix-up before it even began. You could always low parry. I think there's, I don't know. I do feel like the punish is a bit harsh. Again, I understand making it easier to punish. I just think -16 is a bit harsh personally. And obviously I know there's people who are going to be disagreeing with me like crazy in the comment section, because the internet's reaction to Hwoarang players is always, you know, funny. I know Lotus made a tweet recently just showing a collage of like negative comments he gets, because I don't know why the hate towards Hwoarang players is so vitriolic and aggressive and angry, and especially like towards me as well, because I promise you the Hwoarang players that you are playing against are not doing the same things that I am doing. Like you know what I mean? I wouldn't have to do any of my special stuff type shit. You know, I'm sure the guys you are losing to are not doing my stuff, you know, like, so I don't know why I bear some of the brunt of it as well, you know, like I get it. But yeah, I think as well, I think a lesson I learned from this as well is never say anything your character has is good. Because for the longest time I've been saying this is an amazing power crush, right? I said best mid power crush, blah blah, -12 when you can't throw punish it, and it's been nerfed. So I think the moral of the story is downplay. That is the moral of the story. Do not say your character's good. If you want them to stay that way, downplay, downplay, downplay. Never say they're good. That is my fault. Because again, I feel like that's how it works. You know, Kazuya players have been downplaying since the game came out. Big buffs. Ling players downplay the entirety of Tekken 7. Big buffs. I don't understand Pool though. Pool players are just kind of like whatever, floating in the void. They don't really do much, I guess. But like, yeah, I think it's time for me to start downplaying. It's my fault for ever saying Hwoarang is a good character. I will stop doing that because then I will not get nerfed. So thank you guys for taking the time out of your day to watch this video. I really do appreciate it. I'm sure the comment section for this one will be very interesting. But yeah, please like if you enjoyed, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.